6A has that cool tensor chipset inside with 6 gigabytes of RAM, where the iPhone 13 has that Apple A15 Bionic chip inside of it with 4 gigabytes of RAM. So let's go and see which one is the faster one between both of these. Okay, let's go and clear the apps in the background, and as you can see, they are cleared out. So let's get into it. Let's do phone calls, I guess. 3, 2, 1. Okay, kind of the same thing, not that big of a difference. 6A is here, Pixel 6A is here, iPhone 13 is here. Camera, 3, 2, 1. Okay, kind of the same thing. So let's go and take this dark mode photo between both, and let's see which one is the faster one. I think the iPhone 13 is going to be faster, as you can see. And it was faster, at least taking that dark mode photo. And the Pixel 6a was a little bit slower. Not a crazy big deal, but it is something to keep in mind. Hopping out of here, let's go and get into their app stores. 3, 2, 1. And that's one thing about Androids, they just open up the Play Stores or their app stores like crazy. I'm not really, it seems like they just put all their power into opening up the app store whenever they're ready. And that kind of covers it up on this one. Let's go and hop into this other side where I have a bunch of third-party applications, the same apps on both. I actually want to open up Genshin Impact. This is a very big game. Let's go open it up, 3, 2, 1. Now I think I'm logged into the same, actually I'm logged into different accounts on both. So we should theoretically be getting, pretty similar experience between both. They're both up to date. So there shouldn't be too many differences, and we can see on the iPhone 13, it looks to be a little bit ahead compared to the Pixel 6a. And this is a very large game. As you can see, I always get logged out for here for some reason. And as on in the Pixel 6a, we did get into it a little bit, after. So definitely I will say the Pixel 6a a little bit slower. So keep that in mind. Snake first blocks 3, 2, 1. But it really wasn't that big of a deal either. I want to give the impression that the Pixel 6a was so much slower. And you can see here it was actually faster on the Pixel 6a as well. So very cool. We're seeing a little bit of a better improvement there. Excuse me, but I will say that we're overall getting a smoother app opening experience on the iPhone 13. Dropbox 3, 2, 1, meaning that when I click on the application and I open it, I feel like it's a smoother experience. And that's a very important thing to keep in mind when you're going to, because that's going to translate over to, like animations and closing in and out of applications. You're going to be noticing a little bit more choppier experience on the Pixel 6a, but that's totally okay because like I said, it's a budget tier, it's a budget kind of phone, Twitter. Pixel 6a was actually faster there. Very, very good to see. Let's go and hop out of here. Temple Run 2, 3, 2, 1. And actually, I don't know which one. Probably with the Pixel 6a because this one was on downloading content. So we do have to give a little bit of the benefit of the doubt to the iPhone 13 for being a little bit slower there just because it was downloading the content. So that's kind of what happens with games like this. It's totally understandable. Hopping out of this one. Let's go and get into the next one, which is Facebook. 3, 2, 1. And I was logged in here too, so that's probably one thing to keep in mind hopping out of there. Let's go do Snapchat 3, 2, 1. Was logged into an account here and I just got logged out. Pixel 6a was not logged in, so keep that in mind. Let's go and get into something like, Netflix, which I don't even have here. But I think overall we kind of have a good assumption of which one is which, I think personally when I kind of saw these two kind of go side by side, it just kind of looked like the Pixel 6a was slightly faster here and there for a majority of the applications. But for simple things like I mentioned before, with app opening and closing applications, the animations are much smoother on the iPhone 13. I also feel like the camera, when you went ahead and take photos and stuff like that, that was also a little bit smoother on the iPhone 13. And that actually brings us to the camera portion. And this is what's actually very interesting between both.